Hello, are we live? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, my friends. Can you see me? I don't know what's going on. This is all new to me. I think this is working. Okay, I hear some yes. All right, sweet, awesome. This is working. Great. Thank you for your patience, everybody. I guess you have to have your account set up for live streaming. And thank you all for being here. Wow, the comment section just went crazy. I'm so excited to see you all. This makes me so happy. Yes, happy Saturday to all of you in North America. I know people in Europe, it's already morning. Who's here from Europe? Shout out where you're from. I know it's 1 in the morning in lots of parts of Europe. Maybe it's 1:11. I'm 10 minutes late. I'm so sorry. What's up, everybody? Oh, this makes me so happy to see you all here. Wow, so cool. No whammies. I almost had a whammy. I really almost had a whammy just now. I was about to say, sorry, guys, I'm not going to be able to pull this off, but we did it. Your collective help. Thank you. Look at this. We got Boulder, United Kingdom, Scotland, Spain, Texas, Canada, Kansas City, Georgia, California, Texas, UK. Wow, this is amazing. This is incredible. I love you all so much. This makes me so happy. Salt Lake City, enjoying a beer. We got Tennessee. We got Nova Scotia, Canada. That's amazing. Atlanta, Michigan, Santa Monica. We got somebody in the living room that wants to say hi. Well, I was gonna save this surprise for you guys a little bit later, but I have one of your absolute favorite YouTube guests with me. Who do you think it is? Let's get some guesses down there. Who do you think is gonna pop into this camera and say hi to you all? Iowa, Florida, Dallas, Texas, Minnesota. This is incredible. Who do you think is here? Hi, Ken from What's up? Ken from Michigan. Do you think it's Dana? There's only one way to find out. I'm going to bring this over here. Look who I have. It's Dana. Can you believe it? Yeah.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Dana, how's it going? Let's have a little check-in with Dana. It's been a while since we've seen you.
How's it going?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. It's a kind of a crazy time of year, isn't it?
Yeah,
look at all these Danas. Look how many friends you have.
It's so crazy right now. It's really crazy.
Look at all these Danas.
Are we going to talk about Baja? What are we talking about?
We can talk about whatever you want. Do you have any questions for Dana? Do you want to know what's going on with Dana?
What's going on?
She's a rock star. Hey, what's up? King and queen of casual bike travel. Hi, Dana. Dana is hot. Ooh, Gavin.
Whoa.
Yeah, what's up?
Xantha, you better watch out. Gavin thinks
Hey,
I'm
we got Xantha in the house. All right. You all know Xantha. She's been in a lot of the episodes as well. This is Dana's wife. And I think we have another special guest. Who do you think else is here with us?
I'm drinking wine.
We got one more special guest. Drum roll. It's my mom. How you all doing?
Hey, worldwide hugs.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, yes, very good.
Worldwide hugs.
I can't even keep up with all these questions. There's so many of them.
How many questions are there? Do you want me to read questions?
Let's get all the ladies sitting here right here. Let's get everybody here.
Do you want me to read questions to you?
Yeah. Well, we're just gonna we're gonna. Oh, we got Mama Doozer. What's up?
This keeps getting better.
So I thought I would talk a little bit about Baja, and then we can ask some questions to Dana and my mom. My mom and I just got back from an amazing trip in the Copper Canyons. We can talk to Xantha. She's hiding over here.
Oh, let me go get the Fritos and Cheetos.
Oh, get some Fritos and Cheetos. I hope you guys have your snacks, and I would love for you to share some of your goofy jokes with us.
Africa trip.
Hello.
I just climbed Kilimanjaro. I love Africa.
Yeah, she just did Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
Hello, Luca from Italy. Hope you're doing okay. I know Italy's on some serious lockdown right now. We're thinking about you.
Ryan,
oh, look at this.
You guys, look what we're
You guys
eating.
have all your drinks? We got some serious health food here. We got somebody, the Scotland 500. Maybe we'll try to do that someday.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
It's the Ragbride Team Doozer. Yes, it is. It's the Ragbride team right here. We'll move this back a little bit.
I'll scoot it.
Yeah, scoot in, everybody.
Yeah.
So the reason why I wanted to do this and invite these wonderful people here tonight,
I'm always behind the scenes.
get over here.
I'm always behind the
It's
scenes.
Xantha's like behind the scenes.
because I just wanted to check in with y'all. It's been a long time. I know I've been putting out Baja videos and you've been watching them, but I've never done one of these live things, and I think it's one of the benefits of technology is that we can chat with each other in real times. You can Team Xantha right there. Lee Hughes.
Who is that?
That's Lee Hughes says Team Xantha.
I love you. I am my first fan.
Yeah. Xantha's very excited. Saludos desde Puerto Rico. Hello, Puerto Rico. Any tips to turn into a vegan? I'm really considering it. I'm actually not a full-on vegan. I'm a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for 17 years.
Sometimes vegan.
Sometimes vegan. Yes, that's true. Sometimes, like right here, this is vegan, everybody. It's not healthy vegan food, but it is. One of my tips for going vegetarian or vegan, just start slow. I say that for anything. If you want to run a marathon and you've never run a 5K, start slow and slowly work your way into it. Same with becoming a vegetarian. You don't want to just go cold turkey, maybe just start slowly putting a vegetarian diet into your daily life. And look at all those hearts.
Okay, this is my tip for being a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for 37 years.
You're not even that old,
I'm
Jane.
a little bit old. Here's the thing. If you want to really be a vegetarian, just kill all the meat that you eat. And that will work.
Yeah, that will turn you into a vegetarian if you really have to slaughter your own meat.
Oh my God, it was so fast.
If you want my tip on being a vegetarian, don't do it.
Don't do it. Xantha's not a vegetarian. Vegan equals bad hunter. I see that, G-Man. That's so cool. I love all these hearts from Magnificent Mia. That's so awesome. Have I ever heard of the hell-aware birds? I have not. From Perth, Australia. That's so cool.
Woo!
Welcome, David. Awesome. Mom is hot. We got a mom is hot. Hey, what's up? Get off your phone.
The chat.
Mom is single.
My mom is single.
Yeah.
That's really why I brought you here tonight. We're trying to find somebody for my mom. No. I got a question here. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your favorite color of the alphabet? I would say that's my favorite color. You'll
C.
If I start like making Pee-wee Herman sounds, it's because I'm on a Pee-wee Herman kick right now. Dana and I'm on a bench.
Yeah, you are.
We went and saw Pee-wee Herman. The real Pee-wee Herman came to Denver and showed off his movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So yeah, nice Pee-wee. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about getting a dog and biking with it? Now that I met John and Mira, I'm definitely considering it. Before, my excuse was, well, I can't have a dog because I'm always on the road. But now maybe I could just travel with my dog, just like Mira. And if I could have the clone of Mira, that is the dog I would want.
What's wrong with Zebby?
Well, let's get Zebby up here. Zebby is Dana and Xantha's dog. Zebby, come up here. I definitely stocked up on beans. Oh, look at Zebby. This is Zebby the dog. She goes hiking with us all the time. Hello, say hello, Zebby. Hello.
But she's like 50 pounds. That'd be a tough basket.
Yeah. Zebby would have to do all of the running alongside the bike for sure.
Brian, I think you can do that though.
Yeah. Okay, we got some we miss Mira comments. I definitely miss Mira too.
Me too.
She was such a sweet soul, and her owner, her guardian, John, was also a great guy. And they are traveling currently down they're continuing their ride through Mexico, so you can follow them at Mira La Perra. Ragbri versus Iowa ride. That's a good question, Josh. We'll see what happens. If I do any of them, it would probably be Ragbri. I'm putting together my summer plans right now, but because of all this craziness, I don't know what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. Oh, we have a new dog up here.
Okay, we could bike with this one.
Yeah, we could definitely bike with that. What do you think?
Yeah, in a little bag. This one is Bunny.
Nope.
Who is that cutie? That's Bunny the dog. Here, bring her back. People want to see her.
Yeah, she's so pretty.
Oh, yeah, so
Look
cute.
at her.
She's so cute. Here, we'll get her close to the camera so you can see her.
Oh, look at her.
She's so
pretty.
cute. Yeah. That is the perfect dog for bike packing. We have 313 of you in there right now. That's
awesome.
Incredible. Thank you so much. And I'll say this throughout the live stream, but I really appreciate that you watch my channel and you watch my videos, and because I put a lot of my heart and soul into all of this, and it's really gratifying to know that you like it. And it's not just my mom watching my videos. It used to just be my mom that would watch my videos.
She's watching right now.
Yeah,
I'm trying to watch right now.
Are you monitoring the questions?
Yeah.
I just finally got the comments.
Are you getting those ones that say you're hot?
Not yet.
Yeah, who thinks my mom is hot? Put some hearts in the comment there. Mom.
No, I'm just appreciating the worldwide audience.
Do you have questions? Do you have questions coming in?
I have some questions. They're coming in so fast I can't even deal with it. One of the questions I saw was, do I have a Baja episode coming out tomorrow? Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I do. I do. I actually have to go home tonight after this.
It's a big one.
And whoa, somebody just gave me money. What? That's so cool. I got some from Technologies. I got 2 British pounds. Ole from Portugal. Yeah, that's so cool. I don't even know how this stuff works. That's so cool. And the money ended up in my pocket. Oh, it's magic. Oh, just kidding. So yes, there will be a new Baja video tomorrow. There's a bit of a twist. Oh, look at all those hearts. That means mom is hot. Look at all those hearts. Hearts are coming through. Yes, the Baja video will come out tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be at the current time, 8 a.m. Colorado time. Might be a little bit later because I have to still edit the end of it. There's a twist to the whole thing. Dun 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 dun.
Dog bikepacking. People were into that, right?
Yeah. We got Total Control 871. What's up, buddy? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. We got some fire for my mom from Total Control. He's one of my friends. Well, Monty Southwell just gave me $1.99. That's crazy. Can you say hi to my wife, Jennifer? Hi, Jennifer. How you doing? For $1.99, I'll do anything. We can buy some beans with that money. Yes, thank you, Monty and Jennifer. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We got some hearts from Bike Lanes. Thanks for always bringing the positive energy. The world needs more of that now than ever.
Oh my God.
I think so too. Yeah. That we're living at a very interesting time. Even if this whole coronavirus thing wasn't happening right now, the world is already in an interesting state of affairs, I think. And so, yeah, I appreciate the positivity and the love and the kindness that I'm seeing from people around the world. Have you guys been seeing those videos from Italy where people are singing to each other across their balconies because they're all under quarantine? Whoa!
What?
Is that 500 ARS? I don't know what ARS is. Is that Australian money? 500 of something. It might only be worth $1.99, but
or maybe it's 500.
Maybe it's $500 million from Martin. Thank you so much, Martin. 500. That's cool. Let me know what ARS stands for. What kind of money that is. We got something from Taipei. Hey, just back from Taiwan. Imagine being on an international flight now. Yeah, things are nuts for sure.
You know what?
Did you see that? What's your next
I would totally jump on an international flight.
Hey, we can't.
I would totally jump on an international flight right now. I am good.
$4.99.
Wow, I got
$4.99.
Electro, thank you for the $4.99. This is awesome. I didn't know that money was a part of this. I feel like I'm some sort of a stripper, and you're like giving me money as we go. Just kidding.
I have no money in my pockets to give you. Otherwise, I'm looking to see if I have anything.
Someone asked what your next adventure.
Oh, my next adventure. Dana and I are planning something.
Yeah.
And we've been planning it, but because of what's going on, it might be delayed.
It's a little on hold.
It's on hold, but it's going to involve priority bicycles. Whoa, I guess got $19.99 from Jason. Fricka, what's up? Thank you. The adventure is on hold because of everything that's going on in the supply chain. We're going to do it in conjunction with Priority Bikes, my favorite bike company that makes those wonderful carbon belt drives and those pinion gearboxes and all that stuff. Have you ever considered doing an adventure in, what does this one say, in Canada? Chris Dick, nice name, Chris. I have a childish brain. Sorry. Yes, I have thought about doing an adventure in Canada, and because we might not be flying far distances. Oh, hey, what's up, Chop Chop Turtle Boy? $9.99. Thanks, buddy. Good to see you, man.
I feel like you're doing a fundraiser.
I know, it feels like a fundraiser. You don't need to be giving me money. I just wanted to say hi to all of you.
But that's awesome.
Although, kind of like a question.
Let's get a question.
Question.
Yeah.
I saw one go by earlier that said, "Where did your passion for beans come from?"
Oh, where did my passion for beans come from? That's a very good question. Yeah. I think ever since I was a boy, my dad would make bean burritos, and I liked beans. But it really started when I studied abroad in Guadalajara, Mexico. And, of course, when you're in Mexico, there's lots of beans for every meal. And then I lived in Honduras for 2 years in the Peace Corps and ate beans all the time. And luckily, I like beans. Otherwise, it would be very hard because I know somebody who doesn't like beans.
I hate beans.
Okay. Someone said if you couldn't have beans, like what would be your replacement food?
Jelly beans?
Yeah.
Is that a good replacement food?
Butterfingers?
Butterfingers. No, if I couldn't eat beans, pasta. I like pasta that Cheetos. I like to eat healthy. That's definitely a goal. When I'm doing these long adventures, I need to fuel my body with real food.
Peanut butter,
fruits, veggies. But as far as like a food that's fast and easy, it's beans, really. You can put beans on bread or tortillas. You add a little bit of hot sauce and cheese or vegetables, and it's always good. All right, what do we have?
You're supposed to say hello to Eris.
Eris. Hello, Eris.
It's a 5-year-old who loves your channel.
Oh, hi, Eris. Wait a second. Speaking of chanting, can we all, I know you can't see each other, let's all, on the count of 10, do a collective worldwide Olay chant. We'll do it right here. We'll get in the kitchen. We'll stand up and dance around. But on the count of 10, everybody get ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Did you all do it?
I feel better.
Did you all do it? Did it make you feel better? Look at all those Olays coming through.
I
Good.
feel better.
Woo.
That's like taking a deep breath.
It is.
Better.
And people ask me about where the Olay thing come from. That's actually when I was living in Mexico. I would go to the soccer games, and the stadiums would just roar with the Olay chant, and I loved it. And it's just such an easy thing to do. You don't have to like memorize a lot of different words like some songs, you know?
Yeah.
It's just very easy. All you need to know is one word. And that will be, if we have fans of the Pee Wee Herman show, there's like a secret word of the day. And if anybody says that word, everybody goes crazy, right? So I think the secret word of today should be Olay. So every time you hear me say Olay, you go crazy. Am I dorky enough for you guys yet? Good. Okay. It's 1 a.m. in Spain. Oi.
Hey, Spain.
Hey, Spain. What's
Love
up?
you guys.
Spain just went lockdown, we hear.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some Olays. We have any more questions? Have you considered hosting a multi-day biking workshop adventure?
Oh, yeah.
Richard asked that question. I would consider doing that sometime in the future. I would love it because it's wonderful to connect with you guys through YouTube and through this medium right here. But how fun would it be if I actually got to see you in real life? So,
And, I will
yeah.
plan that. I'm the planner.
Oh yeah, she's the planner. She'll
I'm
make
the
it up.
planner.
She'll do the
So if you guys
logistics.
want to, like Sarah put in Xantha, plan this, and I'll get it all together.
So John Wilkes
I
is
have
on
his
here, right?
calendar.
John Wilkes and his whole family is on here. Hi, John. Good to see you.
John.
From Albuquerque. He's one of my old friends from Boulder, and his boys are really cute. I like you guys. I love you guys. I want you to come back to Boulder so we can ride bikes together. What do you say?
Right there, John Wilkes.
Where is it?
Doozer, had you, Dana? Oh, I was just saying hi.
Just saying hi. Okay, I'm Violet. I'm 5 years old. And my sister Penny's 6 years old, and we watch your videos. Hi, Violet and Penny. Hello, Violet, Penny. Violet, Penny. If you give us any names, we're probably going to chant it. So that's just the rules of today. Pittsburgh to DC on the C&O Canal Trail. That's a good one. I've done Cumberland, Maryland to DC on the C&O Canal, and I loved it. Yes.
Hey, can anyone recommend e-bike trails?
E-bike trails.
E-bike, like a long trail.
Yeah, a
Just
long.
e-bike.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm an e-biker. Donna's
yeah,
an e-biker.
Mom's got it.
Yeah.
She's an e-bike.
E-biker,
Xantha's an e-biker. Do we have any e-bikers out there? E-bikes. Okay, if you could live anywhere outside of Colorado, where would it be? Ooh,
Oh, I know that.
tough one. I mean, I love Mexico. Mexico is my happy place. I don't know where in Mexico. I think maybe 10 miles north of Puerto Vallarta in a little village called Bucerías. It's beautiful. It's on the ocean. I love Mexico. I love the culture. I love the people. I love the music. I just love how carefree people are. Do we have any Mexicanos there? Show me your Mexican flags if you're out there, Mexico. Yeah, that's where I would live. Or I might live right here in this house with Dana and Xantha because it's a pretty good place to be. They have a whole drawer with cookies.
Yeah.
Which is important.
Cookies and junk food.
And junk
Everybody
food.
needs one.
We're not wealthy, but we have cookies.
No whammies, no crashes, no flatties, no viruses. Very good. I like that.
yeah.
That's a good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that for
Penny.
sure. Total Control's in the market for a 500-watt hub, man. I hear you, dude. Get that bike e-biked up. E-biker from Wisconsin.
E-biker.
Training tips for rim to rim to rim in the next 8 weeks. If you're going to run rim to rim to rim, and what that means is running from south side of Grand Canyon all the way across the other side of the Grand Canyon and back, it's about 50 miles. My advice is to run uphill a lot because that trail is very difficult. Any nut rolls? Do we have any nut rolls? I don't think we have any salted nut rolls. Funny.
Yeah, but how'd you like your?
I have a
Copper
Butterfinger. I don't have a salted nut roll, but I have a Butterfinger.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice. What was the question,
Canyon?
Mom?
How'd you like your Copper Canyon run?
Oh, how did I like the Copper Canyon run? So this is, unfortunately for you, I did not film my Copper Canyon run. It was one of the first times I've done an adventure where I just put the cameras down and just enjoyed it. And I loved it, actually. But the race went really well. I got 29th place out of 650 runners. That doesn't matter all that much. But what matters is that we had a beautiful time. I brought my mom down there, and she loved it. She got to meet all my friends. And it's a beautiful place, those Copper Canyons. Okay.
Oh, wow. Well, somebody called you a nutty roll.
I'm a
And
nutty
then
roll.
someone wants
Is it a
to
British
know
person?
what the circle, triangle, these are actually soundboards to absorb.
Oh yeah, turn them on.
sound.
Yeah, these
But
are.
yeah, and they're so 80s. Well, personally, I can.
Yeah, look at
rock
that.
the 80s, but
Yeah. All right. White rim in a day trips. If you're going to ride the white rim in a day, that's 100 miles. My advice is to keep on pedaling. Sorry for all the Pee-wee stuff. You just got to get used to really being on your bike for probably 10 to 12 hours if you're doing white rim in a day. That is a very strenuous day on a bike, but it is so beautiful. So stop a lot and take photos because white rim is special. Okay, hey Ryan, I can afford a nice bike for the first time. I live in Denver and don't drive. Want something I can commute year round on and bike pack on. Located a shop at Trek Point AL3. Is it a good choice? The AL, what did I have? The AL5? I forget. I had the Trek Checkpoint. That is a very good bike. It would do everything that you want it to do. It's pretty reasonably priced. My biggest advice to people when they ask me advice about bikes, because I get these emails all the time, is go to your local bike shop and try it out. You want to be comfortable on the bike. You might have the coolest bike in the world with the most amazing components, but if it doesn't fit you right, you're going to be miserable. So get the bike that fits right and also fits your budget. Yeah, what do you think?
that was really well said.
Thanks, Dana.
Yeah.
I want to hear
Well
more from Dana.
said.
Do we have some questions for Dana? Ragbri. Oh, we got Mariana desde
yeah.
Mexico. Hola, Mariana.
Darren,
I think it's a Mavic Air and Pro.
My mom
Yes.
says hi.
I have a Mavic Air. That's the drone that I use. It's called the DJI Mavic Air. Oh, Monty got a Trek 520. That's so awesome. Hi, guys. Nice to see you. What's up?
What is this Africa trip?
I know, Cindy Lou Who. Cindy Lou Who.
Cindy Lou.
No way. We got somebody from Bacalar, Mexico. I love Bacalar. It's one of the most amazing, beautiful lagoons. I actually have some videos on Bacalar if you want to search them in my channel.
Dana,
just had a friend.
what is your favorite thing about Ryan?
Oh.
That's so
Is
sweet.
it my Pee Wee Herman voice?
That would be a no.
That's so sweet. I know the answer to that. This is what I love about Ryan. Whenever he asks me to do anything, I always say yes because I know that I'm going to have way more fun and it's going to be way harder than I ever thought it could be. But it's always an adventure and we just get along really well because we're always looking on the bright side. You know,
That's true.
We always try to.
Did you just get more money?
Yeah, Nick Carson, 1999. What? You motivated me to continue to commute regularly and get outside. Thanks for being such a positive force. Thank you, Nick. Nick. Okay.
And how did you meet Ryan?
Oh, did you finish your thought about how wonderful I am?
No, I
Just
did.
kidding.
I mean, you know.
Restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell them. So many of you may not know this, but Dana and Xantha, she's hiding now with my mom.
I'm here.
Yeah, they're my support team. They own 3 restaurants in the Boulder area. Tell them about it.
Well, we own the Walnut Cafe, which is this shirt, Live Love, and little breakfast lunch joints. But I met Ryan there. He had first he wrote this article for was it Out There Guy or something, like for the Daily Camera? Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
I used to be a journalist for the local newspaper here in Boulder. I used to chronicle my adventures.
So I knew him from that. He's kind of, little, at that time even more, little local celebrity. And I've always been fascinated by athletics and adventures and things. And then Ryan did this amazing program, which was out of Venezuela.
Out of the wild Venezuela. It was like that Discovery show on Discovery Channel that I put a link to about in December.
So I just watched it like a super fan. And he came into the cafe and we hadn't really met, but I believe that I sat down at your table.
Yeah, you did.
Plus, oh my God, he was so skinny and had so many bug bites from being in Venezuela.
Yeah, we were 30 days in the jungle. It was
I
a
was
rough
like,
experience.
I have a question.
I said, I know you because
No,
you've been to the
I
pain
have
cave.
a question.
Oh, what do you mean? You have a question?
Someone asked me a question.
Oh,
We're going to
Xantha?
answer it.
Yeah.
Hang on. So that's how we met.
That's how we met.
He had been to the pain cave and I admired and respected
And
that.
from my end of it, like I was in the Walnut Cafe. It's a great place in Boulder. Awesome food. If you're ever in Boulder, come visit. They have amazing pie, the best pumpkin pie. Adam Hugel knows this, one of the other YouTuber
Oh,
friends.
yeah, I wonder if Adam's around.
I don't know. Adam's in
No.
Kenya right now, so he might be
yeah.
sleeping.
Someone's asking you to say hi.
But one of the questions was, how
Wait.
long? Oh, sorry.
First, Gavin wants
Oh.
Donna to say hi.
Gavin, hi.
Yeah, is that good enough for you, Gavin?
My
Xantha
question
had a
was
question.
how to prepare for Javelina 100. And
Oh.
I would say be out walking, be out running, be out doing everything you can be on your feet because it's your feet that like suffer the most. So just get on your feet and you can do it. Just go do it.
Yeah. And the reason why Xantha is answering that question is because Xantha did the Javelina 100 this last year. She was a warrior. Way to go, Xantha. Yep.
Got it.
But yeah, if you're going to do any type of ultra marathon, long race, you really just have to put the time in. You have to, your body has to know what it feels like to be moving for 10 plus hours, depending on what distance
What's
you're
that?
doing.
Show
What's what?
hide. We're kind of learning this. as
Hello, my empty
Show
soda
height.
can. That's it. Show. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
What's that show hide?
I don't know. It's the Walnut Cafe. Cafe is also in Lafayette. Yes, if you're ever in
Yes.
Boulder, come to the Walnut Cafe. One of the questions was, how long have you and Xantha been married?
15 years. Okay, we were married 5 times.
I know. Which time?
That's another story. It was a long road as a gay couple to be married because it didn't just happen like that. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So
When
was
did it
sort
get
of-
legalized nationwide? Not long ago.
Well, we've been married for 15. We've been married for 15 years, but I think legally it's been like
3.
4.
It's been 3 years, I believe. Since
And I want to show you something in their house that I really love, and it puts a big smile on my face. Come with me now. See this? Oh, it might be backwards for you, but it says, if you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I would never have to live a day without you. Winnie the Pooh. Don't you love that? And that was one of the first things I saw in their house when I came to visit.
Yeah, and
And-
it's true.
Yeah, and it's so true.
Yeah.
Oh, we got my buddy from Alaska. How you doing, bud? Chris, how you doing? I bet you just finished a very cold run out there in Alaska, my friend.
Help, 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 help. Who needs all that help?
Yeah, so I've kind of missed a lot of questions here.
Aw,
Oh, we have a question.
We're looking
Please
at
don't
them
take this
right now.
negatively. Have you guys ever had an existential crisis in your lives?
This feels like one.
It sure does. This is a really weird time to be on planet Earth.
I
And
mean, lots of challenges.
oh, for
A
sure.
lot, but
Oh,
this-
I mean, Dana's been through everything.
yeah, lots and lots of stuff.
You donated a kidney to your brother.
I
Talk
did.
to him about that. That's a powerful story, if you want to.
Well, yeah, I mean, he needed one, so of course I would do that. But you know, that's a big surgery, and he passed away like 5 years after that incredible time. But boy, I was so filled with grief, and I think we've all experienced a lot of grief and a lot of challenges, and you know, it's a weird time right now. And I was speaking to like 50 or 60 of my employees yesterday, and one of the things that I know is we do a lot of
Mhm.
physical challenges, and a lot of times it prepares you for when you have really tough things to do, even if
Mhm.
it's mentally or spiritually, because we know that we're so much stronger than we think we are, and we prove it every
Yeah.
day. So
Absolutely. And sometimes in life, you know, I get asked a lot why I do these hard things. Why do I go on adventures? Why do I push my body? Why do I think running 100 miles is a good idea? And for me, when you get to choose hardship, you know, it gets you ready for when life throws you hardship and you don't have a choice over it. So, you know, when things happen that are difficult or uncomfortable, even in relationships, it gets you ready for that. So you don't panic and you don't freak out. And you're like, okay, I've been here before. I've been through hard times, and it just makes me a better person all around for when I navigate problems throughout my life. Because of course, when you watch my YouTube videos, I'm usually off the wall and singing and happy and everything is awesome. You know that song? That's kind of like that. But life isn't always like that, for sure. And I share a lot of my heart and soul with you. I shared a video about how hard it was to break up with Allie and to quit drinking alcohol. And I think, you know, all those things relate to the average person because we all go through tough times.
Okay, guys, I got some questions.
You got some questions?
Hi from Germany.
Germany.
Have you guys ever done an extended bike tour in Europe? You don't put me on it.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Have we ever done an extended bike tour in Europe? Oh,
I
funny you
haven't.
should ask,
I know.
because that is what we are trying to plan. Dana and I, we're coming to Europe. We're coming for you, Europe,
Mhm.
and specifically Great Britain, right?
Mhm.
So
We're trying. Or we kind of had it planned. But
So
now
someone
it's
wants to know when
thrown
you're
out.
coming to Waterloo again.
Waterloo, Wisconsin, that is the home of Trek bikes. I don't know when I'm
Huh.
coming to Waterloo again.
Yeah.
It's a cool little town. Do you really live in Waterloo? I mean, that's a teeny town. Madison, Wisconsin is right next door.
Yeah,
to
and
it, but-
someone just said hi from New Zealand.
Hi from New Zealand. Hello, New Zealand. Give us some names.
Wow.
Got any names for us?
I do.
Do we give us some more shout outs
Zealand.
for wives and little
Atomic
kids?
Weasel.
Atomic Weasel. I like that name.
I love New Zealand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you've been in New Zealand. I have
Oh,
not been in New
I
Okay,
Zealand
this
yet.
is from David Blair. What's the longest adventure bike ride you have ever done in your life?
The longest adventure bike ride I've
From
ever
David Blair.
Oh,
from David Blair.
I know yours.
Honduras.
Yeah, mine is easy. So I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Honduras. I lived there for 2 years. I worked with at-risk youth. I decided, you know, instead of flying home like the rest of the volunteers after 2 years, I cashed in my ticket. I got about $500 for it, bought a bicycle, and rode my bike from Honduras all the way to Boulder, Colorado. It was about 4,000 miles, and I went through Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, all of Mexico, and then the southern United States. It was crazy.
Okay, my longest one was riding from Boulder to Burning Man.
Yeah.
Ryan. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was not like a bike packing tour. It was a endurance event. We were riding about 100 miles a day
115.
for like 10 days.
10
But
straight days.
on the 10th day, Ryan broke my arm.
I did.
No.
I broke her. I pushed her off her bike. I was jealous that she was going so fast. I
Yeah.
pushed her over.
Anyway.
It's
it-
the
it's-
mean side of me.
yeah,
Arr.
maybe you've seen that series, but that adventure didn't quite end on
That-
the 10th day like I wanted it to. But
No,
it ended like a real adventure.
it did.
So,
Yeah, you went down.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay,
And
guys,
I
we have
didn't
another
push her.
question.
It fell
We
in
have another
the
question
road.
from
And,
Rachel.
Rachel, what's up?
And
We got
I
a
can help
question.
with this one. Any advice on mentally dealing with an injury and not being able to bike or run?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Mental advice on dealing with an injury. Those are my hardest times in life when I can't be active, and I'm sure you can all relate to this. But when your body doesn't work the way you want it to work, the way it normally works, it's really hard. You just day after day after day, mentally you get beaten down, and you're like, this is part of my heart and soul, and I can't do it, right? So the
Yeah.
best way to get through that, I think, is just to surround yourself with good people, with friends. Think about the good times. Watch my YouTube channel. When you're on your hospital bed or whatever kind of bed you're on.
Yeah.
Dana has been seriously injured many times.
Oh my
Maybe
God,
you can
I've had
answer,
so many
answer
things.
that question.
I've had a lot of things, but these are my go-to things. The first one is to be grateful, like what's not broken,
Yeah.
right? So be grateful for what you have every day. That's good. And then also just figure out what you can do. Like, I had a busted leg one time and I got a heavy bag and I would sit on a stool and just boom, boom, boom. But then I also figured out later how to screw a SPD into the bottom of my cast and I could click
Really?
into the, yeah, it was
Jeez.
crazy. But figure out what you can do.
Yeah.
And if you can't do anything physically, like just figure out other things. But the most important thing is to be positive and be grateful
Yeah.
for what you do have.
Yeah,
Okay, the
absolutely.
next
And things will get better. It's hard to
Always.
realize that in the moment, but it always gets better. it's easy to beat yourself up and be like, oh, and it's going to be like this forever, but it's
Yeah.
never going to be like this forever.
Never gonna
I
ride
wanna-
my bike again.
I wanna give
do
it-
a shout out to TNT on the road to 840. They're down to one car and biking.
Oh, what's TNT down to 840, down to one car, and they're
Yeah.
biking ever?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I'd also like to highlight this guy, Richard Ingraham, 70 years old, cancer and 2 heart attacks, still riding,
Yeah.
not as fast or long. That's so
Doesn't matter.
cool. Richard, you're
So,
the man.
You guys, Nick Carson, what are you most grateful for right now?
What am I most? Well, that's a great question because there's a lot to be grateful for, even in this time of uncertainty. I'm grateful for sitting next to Dana and having my mom and Xantha right there. I'm grateful that I live so close to these wonderful people and my mom. I know a lot of men my age they live across the country from their mothers, and I get to have dinner with my mom all the time. So that's what I'm grateful for right now.
So
What
there's
about
someone, my name is Mo and I love you guys.
Oh, my name is
Aw.
Moan. You love us. Thank you. Thank you.
Aw.
Ragbri, I keep getting Ragbri questions. I don't know about Ragbri this year.
Yeah, it's all
Our
crazy.
European
It's-
adventure might
yeah.
get in the way of that, so I don't know about Ragbri. I absolutely love it. If I'm here, I will be there. Question: what is the longest distance on the Baja without
Wait,
service
will
or
you first say
electricity?
hi to Katie J?
Katie J, what's up?
Katie J.
Katie J, how you
Katie J.
doing? If you want any like shout outs, just throw some names at us. If there's any children watching, give us your children's name.
Yeah.
We would love to say hi to them. More episodes of Get Out There with Ryan coming soon. Good question. This is the show that I made a video about that's on
Is that Todd Walsh?
Amazon right now. It could be Todd Walsh. When do we get to watch part 10 of your latest Baja trip? Quickly, yes, we're going to be working on more episodes of Get Out There with Ryan. That's the goal. We made the pilot. It seems to have been pretty successful. And the whole goal with all of my content, ever since I started making videos, was to inspire people to get outside and to tackle some challenges that they have that they want to accomplish. So yes, there will be some more out there. And Todd Walsh, hello, buddy, my old high school friend. Yes,
What's up, Todd?
Baja episode 10 will be out tomorrow. And it's a
Ryan-
doozy. It's a
Ryan,
serious
Mary
doozy.
Decker says hi.
Is that
Mary
Leanna?
Decker, what's up, Mary Decker? How you going, girl?
And Dana, you quoted Dana the other day. Have you ever seen this day before? I think we need to hear about this.
Oh,
Oh,
your quote. Yeah, talk
Yeah.
about your.
actually, and I replied to some people on there. The original quote is from Maya Angelou, and she says, "This is a wonderful day. I have never seen this one before." So I use some version of that all the time on adventures.
Yeah.
But even in fact, just recently, I think I said it to you, I'm not sure, but boy, there's so much going on in the world, and it's so crazy right now with things that I have been saying. This is an interesting day. I have never seen this one before because things are just changing so quickly and so rapidly. But regardless of the day, if I wake up and I get one more, I'm grateful for it.
Yeah,
Can you wish
absolutely.
Berkeley a happy
Yep.
21st birthday?
Berkeley, happy 21st birthday. Happy birthday to you. Pop, pop, pop. Happy birthday to you. Berkeley, Berkeley, Berkeley. I hope you're listening to our wonderful singing skills.
Berkeley.
Simon, Theo, and Felicity.
Simon, Theo, and Felicity. How are you guys doing? Are they children?
I don't know.
You don't know.
They're
Okay.
watching, say hi to
Okay.
them.
Well, Simon, Felice, and Felicity, they sound like British names.
Simon,
Also,
Felicity,
Reese and Merritt.
Reese and Merritt. What's up, Reese and Merritt? How you guys doing?
Please
Reese
shout
and
out
Merritt.
to Evie and Roberts.
Evian and
Effie
Roberts.
and Roberts.
Okay,
Are they
Ryan, here's
kids?
some. Hey, Ryan, love your videos. This is from Cole. What is
Purple
your
hearts.
least favorite part about running and biking?
What's my least favorite part about
Hmm.
running and biking? That's a good question because I love most things about them. I would say my least favorite part about biking is dealing with broken bikes. And
Flatties.
Flatties. I don't like
Whammies.
flatties. I don't like whammies. And you might, here's just a little teaser. You might see some of that in tomorrow's episode of the Baja.
I've seen Ryan lose their kids around
Mhm.
over broken parts and
No, I think it was a drone.
well,
Somebody
definitely
Oh,
asked,
yeah,
part.
Yeah.
But remember
Somebody
that
asked
flat?
Ryan.
Yeah, that's right.
how many
going-
drones have
yeah.
you given up for your videos?
How many drones have I broken to make all these wonderful videos that you
Wow.
watch? I think I've gone through 5 or 6 drones. But luckily, I buy the insurance on the drones. And when you buy the insurance, if you smash the drone and for no matter what reason it breaks, if it's your fault or not, they will give you another drone. So I
What
haven't had
the-
to actually buy a
What's
new
a
drone
MX?
for a long time.
Can you
What's
give,
a MX? 100 MX.
Can you
Mexico drones. Oh, I think it's
Can you
Mexico. That's
give
100
Wyatt-
pesos from
can you
Mexico
give
drones.
Wyatt-
Thank you,
can
Mexico
give
drones.
Wyatt a shout out?
Wyatt, what's up, Wyatt? How you doing? I think that's Todd Walsh's son.
Wyatt?
He has one named Wyatt. I don't
Ryan,
know.
have
If
you ever come close to being attacked by an animal on a bike ride?
have I ever come close to being attacked by an animal?
Yeah.
Not really. I've had, when I was riding my bike through the desert in Nevada, Dana wasn't there anymore, but I had a little critter. I don't know what it was, but it took my bike shoe. It was a, what is that called? A sandal. And I woke up the next morning and it was like 50 yards away from where I was sleeping. So some animal grabbed my little shoe, I think probably because it was salty, and took it and then realized that it was really stinky and just left it. So
Keep your sticky old shoes.
so I've never had any issues with animals. When Allie and I were going across the country, we were in bear country going through Wyoming, and we definitely brought bear spray with us just in case. But I'm a friend of the animals. The animals we like get along really well.
Hey,
Mo,
Ryan,
Mo, where are you?
Ryan, best sunrise you've ever seen. That is from Katie Ann Mertz.
Katie Ann Mertz, the best sunrise I've ever seen. Oh man, I've seen some good ones.
Hang on. Shout out to husband Eric. Eric, you are awesome.
Yeah, was that a specific to you?
Yeah, that was from Stacy
really?
Freeman. She lost 30 pounds.
Nice, Stacy
Wow.
Freeman. That's awesome. You're the best.
Okay, someone commented you're thinking about your sunrise.
Oh, my sunrise,
Mo,
yes.
right there. Mo is in Wisconsin.
Yeah, Pyro Prophecy.
Yeah.
Um,
Mo, we're glad you watched the videos.
yeah, we
I'm
sure are.
speaking for Ryan.
Yeah.
And you know, he really does have the power to change people's lives, and he's super inspiring, and that's why people like to hang out with him. People like me.
Yeah.
What's the
we
best advice at staying motivated to your discipline?
Okay, I like that. What's my best
That is from
advice for
Matthew
staying
Logie.
motivated? First of all, I'm going to answer the question about my best sunrise.
Oh, sorry.
And the sunrise question, I would say in Mexico, in Baja Trip, I was on the coast, and it was one of those beautiful sunrises that's just magical, and everything turns red and orange and pink, and the birds all sing these magical songs, and it just turns the world into like a Disney movie. So that's my favorite sunrise. What was the question? How do I stay motivated?
Yep.
How do I stay motivated? That's a very good question, because I'm just like all of you. There are plenty of days where I don't really feel like running or training or biking, or the weather's horrible. But I think as I get older, I realize that the thoughts of going outside are holding me back. But once I actually go outside, I'm like, oh, wait a second. It's okay. Like, I'm glad I went out and ran. I've never gone on a run or a bike ride and felt like I shouldn't have done that. It's always enhancing my life, whether or not it's raining or snowing or horrible weather. It can be like a little bit of a bummer sometimes to wake up early and it's dark and you're like, ugh, I don't want to do this. I'd rather sit inside on my bed and just cuddle with my
with me?
with Xantha.
With my person.
But getting outside and doing it, it just feels so great.
Okay, this is from Black Book Lens. Ryan and Dana, what was the most challenging obstacle on your bike in Cuba ride?
Oh, most challenging obstacle on the bike in Cuba ride was probably the logistics
Yeah.
of getting to Cuba, knowing like what's going on. It's really, there's not a ton of information about biking or routes or anything like that. We didn't even know where we were going to get our bikes.
I'm going with no panniers.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have the stuff we
hi
need,
to
but we
Hillary.
made it work. We just got like bungees and plastic bags.
Yeah. So
and
we
stuff,
rented
but-
our bikes from a women's co-op in Havana, and they told us they would have bike bags for us. And then we got there and they didn't. And we had stuff to carry with us, clothes and toiletries, and nowhere to put it. So we ended up just like bungeeing
Yeah, we went
everything
super Slim Jim.
to our racks.
It worked out.
So Ellery said hi.
Ellery, my little niece, said hi. Hi, Ellery.
Ryan, we have a question from Jace Steele. Why did you drop alcohol?
Why did I drop alcohol?
Wow.
That's a great question. And it's a good thing I'm sitting right next to Dana, because she helped me in that decision.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking alcohol because it wasn't serving me anymore. There were many times where I would go out with my friends and I would overdo it, for sure. And I'm one of those guys, you see me in my normal life, just imagine me like at a bar. Like, I would love just to drink and drink and drink and drink. And you taught me this phrase where I only know one speed, and it's turbo speed. And that goes for every aspect of my life. And that also, unfortunately, went for drinking as well. And I took it overboard many, many times. Luckily, I wasn't a mean drunk. I was like super lovey-dovey drunk. I would hang on people and tell them how much I love them. But many times I'd wake up and be like, wow, I don't have any recollection. And I decided one day to be like, you know what, this is not serving me. And Dana can maybe add to this, but she really was a huge help in guiding me on my journey of going alcohol free.
I've been sober since 1984, and Ryan and I did a super long hike.
Mm-hmm.
It was Long's Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were talking, and of course I knew Ryan as the party guy. But Ryan is also I mean, he's intense, but he's also super sensitive and present. So I like to think of it as just living kind of raw. Like when things are bad, you know, they can be like you're just really in it. You're really there. But when things are amazing, you're also just really there, super present.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what I had told you was, and he may be the same way, like, I'm just not wired that way. Like, I don't really do anything a little bit, you know, it's just kind of like, that's sort of how I am. And I recognize that Ryan was sort of that way also. And
Okay, you guys.
And I'll say, hold on. I'll say it's the best decision I've ever made in my life, giving up alcohol. Everything in life is better. I feel better physically. I make smarter choices. My bank account is happier. Everything about quitting alcohol was a benefit to me. And I realized that most humans can drink responsibly. And so I'm not saying like alcohol is a horrible thing. I still can go to bars with my buddies and be around alcohol. It's just not something that I choose to put in my body. And so that's the answer to that question.
So you guys shout out to Penny.
Penny, what's up, Penny? Penny.
You guys don't do anything, pot, anything?
We don't do anything or pot? No.
Yeah.
Even though we do live in Colorado, which, you know, it's very easy to get marijuana.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we
get high the natural way by riding our bikes up mountains and flying down.
Did you guys answer? And it keeps coming up. What's the longest distance in Baja without electricity?
Oh, longest distance in Baja without electricity. I think 3 days. There's plenty of stints that are about 100-ish miles between towns. And yeah, definitely no electricity. We got a vegan straight edge person, John Bourrier.
Will you shout out to Lauren also?
Lauren.
Total Control said pot is garbage.
That's some bad pot.
That's you're not supposed to be smoking garbage.
Ryan, the number one question coming in right now is how is Luke doing and how's he on his
Oh, this is a great question. How is Luke doing?
I talked. Luke is. He should be on here.
I know. I wish we could get him on here.
Got $10 from Todd Walsh.
Oh, Todd Walsh. Yeah. Thank you, Todd Walsh.
Todd, you're so sweet.
We love Todd. Todd, I'm going to give a quick shout out to my friend Todd. He's one of my childhood friends. And Dana has this wonderful Walnut Cafe. And there's actually a burrito at the Walnut Cafe called the Doozer burrito. And it is, tell them about the program, what you do with that money.
You've probably heard about it before.
No, I don't think they have.
Well, it's called the KRD Foundation for my brother, the Kirk Rocky Derek Filer Foundation. And really our mission is to get kids outside and get kids on bikes and also teaching kids about organ donation. And yeah, it's great. Like we give $1 for every Doozer burrito we sell.
Yeah, so if you buy the Doozer burrito, eat the Doozer burrito, $1 from every burrito goes to this foundation.
Right. And then we have a lot of amazing people. We have a fundraiser every year that just give money, kind of like you all are right now.
Yeah, look at all this money coming.
But Todd was a big part of that. He's been a great.
Todd was a huge part of that. So thank you.
So
can we turn the lights on? We're getting real dark.
We have a question from Mom.
We got a question from Mom?
For Mom.
Oh, for Mom. We got a question from my mama.
Yes.
What's the question?
Went for Mom. First place you'd visit coming to Colorado. Oh, great.
Well, I have to say the first place I visited, I remember driving into Colorado for the first time. I was about 19 years old when I moved here. And I drove in and I saw the Rocky Mountains and I was absolutely floored. So I don't think you can go wrong just getting here and heading for the hills. So that would be that'd be my advice.
That's pretty broad advice. There's lots of mountains here.
So it doesn't matter.
Rocky Mountain National Park is a great place to go if you've never been to Colorado. There's a lot of like easy hiking trails. You can go fishing, you can ride your bike, you can have all sorts of fun.
So this is for Jacob Bovey.
Okay.
You should bike more and drink less. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Bike more, drink less.
Yeah,
I hear you.
That's a great
You see what I'm drinking right here? It is a LaCroix.
Okay, Ryan and Dana, what's your favorite bike?
Oh, wait. We haven't answered our question about Luke.
Oh,
We got
go on.
sidetracked. Somebody
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
Luke.
Yeah.
I'm still in touch with Luke. We chat all the time. He's doing really well. He's riding the Trek 920 all over the place. And he is loving it. He lives in Macomb, Illinois. We got any Illinois people out there? Whoop, whoop. He's doing really well. And I'm also trying to put together an adventure with Luke. So he's doing well. He's healthy. He's raising a baby girl with his wife, and life is very good for Luke. Thank you for asking. Meeting him was one of the highlights of my YouTube career, knowing that my videos influenced him in a very positive way. So that was very cool.
Okay, this is from Ray. What's your next adventure?
Ray.
Ray.
Next
Kind
adventure.
of talking about that.
Next adventure is we're trying to put something together to ride in Europe, specifically Great Britain. But because of what's going on, we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we're not going to be able to get to Europe. Oh, Shark Mentality, 20 bucks. What's up? What's up? Shark Mentality in the house. You know, I keep seeing like things show up. I have no idea where this money is going.
Well,
Like, where does the money go?
Okay, I have another question.
Is it in
for
my
you.
pocket magically?
I have another question for you. What's your favorite bike accessory that you would not go without anywhere?
What's my favorite bike
That's
accessory?
to you and Dana, and that is from, he's posted it quite a few times, Alejandro Marquez.
Alejandro Marquez wants to know our favorite bike accessory. I used to have a bell. I lost it at the most recent Ragbri. And the bike bell that goes on my handlebars said burrito powered. And it was such a cool bell. I got it from a close friend, but I lost it at Ragbri. So
We've not been able
I need another one. If anybody knows where to get a bell that has a little emblem that says burrito powered, let me know.
Okay,
Dana, what's your
Wait,
favorite?
I like this might surprise you,
Okay, let's hear it.
but I like the slap bag.
Oh, very cool.
Like it's I mean I'm also really crazy. I've got a crush on great blinky bell, like blinky lights in the back, day running lights. But the slap bag,
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've seen that on Ryan's bike. You've probably seen it on mine on some adventures, but and that's I think one of your buddies.
And my buddy
said or
Chris
something,
in
but-
Boulder
we just got
created.
$2 from Chris.
Yeah, he did. Really?
From Highway Vagabonds. We got
Oh,
$2.
nice. What's up, Chris and Allie in Tulsa?
So
Different
anyway,
buddy Chris invented the slap bag.
And you put this bag, it fits right on the handlebars there, and it just opens super easy, and you can like have something to eat, you can have some money, you can throw your phone in it, anything, just slap it closed. Like
Okay,
it's
you
just
guys, we have another
really
question.
easy.
This is Bronson Beals. I'm 12 years old. Do you have any advice for my 10-year-old brother and I when we ride Ragbri?
Oh, cool. Bronson and his little bro are going to ride Ragbri. That, first of all, that's very cool. I think it's awesome. Advice is to just embrace it and enjoy it and stop as much as you want, because the days are fairly long. For a 10 and 12-year-old, you know, there's some days that are 80 miles and it's really hot out there, and there are hills in Iowa. So my advice is to stop and hit all the slip and slides and to jump in any body of water that you can and eat a lot of
Amish ice cream.
I was going to say pie.
No, I love the ice cream when we were there. And also, you know what? Get a great bell. You have to have a bell so you can ding, ding, ding.
Ding,
through
ding,
the whole
ding,
thing.
ding, ding, ding.
Ryan, can you say hi to my mom? Her name is Kathy. That's from Kirk in Texas.
Kirk in Texas wants me to say hi to his mom, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. How you doing? Hope you're doing great.
Okay, we have a question for mom.
I
Put
love
it over
Texas. Oh, we got a question for my mom?
here. Do you ever get stressed out on Doozer's safety?
Oh, that's a great question. The question was, does she ever get stressed out about my safety? We're going to bring the computer over here so mom can be nice and close for this one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, as you can see, I have no color left in my hair.
I have no color
And
left in my hair.
Yes. Ryan and I have had many conversations about this, because sometimes I get so overprotective that I'm kind of negative with his trips. So yes, I do get stressed out. I do have to trust him. I do worry. I'm a mom. You know, anytime anybody is out on the road on a bicycle, it's a concern. So yeah, the answer is yes.
Yes, she does get stressed out, but
Yeah.
we've had some really good talks lately
Yeah.
about how to support one another. And in my recent bike ride in Baja, I brought a Garmin GPS unit. And these things work all over the world, even when there's no cell reception.
love it.
It works with the
I got it for
magic
Dana.
of satellites.
Yeah, I love it.
And you can send messages to whoever you want to send messages to. So every day at the end of Baja, you know, I would get to my campsite and I would send her a message saying, "Hey, Mom, I'm A-OK. And that way I knew that she could, go to sleep easy that night, knowing that I wasn't on the road anymore and that I was safe. And so that's one way I've done it. So very, very good question.
Okay, Ryan, we got some more questions.
Little ice cream.
We
So
got to,
first of all, can you pass it hi David? Pass the phone, pass it to me.
JJT. No, he's
Diabetes
not.
type 1 and biking is awesome. I'm so happy you're doing that, David. Okay, so Ryan, we have a question for you. What got you into riding bikes so much, Ryan?
what
And
got me into
Dana.
riding bikes?
Both you and Dana.
I remember when I got my very first bicycle. It was Christmas morning. I woke up really early like we always do on Christmas. I was excited. I was a kid. There were new presents. And there was a bicycle under the Christmas tree with a big bow on it. And that was my first bike. And I was probably 7 or 8 years old. I don't remember exactly. But I started riding that bike just in the sidewalk in front of our house, up and down and up and down and up and down. And I loved the feeling of freedom. I loved where it could take me. Because when you're a kid, you can't really go anywhere without your parents. They drive you in a car or they walk you to school or whatever. But once I got my own bicycle, it was what I call my freedom machine. And it could take me to far off places. And by far off, I mean like 2 blocks away from my house. And it was an exciting feeling where I could just get on my little bicycle and cruise. And I've taken that same spirit to what I do today. I get to travel the entire world and see people and places and cultures and beautiful sunrises and sunsets. And I think the bicycle is the best medium for exploring. It really is. It brings you in contact with a lot of wonderful people.
Okay, Ryan and Dana. Saddle sores, how do you handle them?
Saddle sores.
Number one question.
Number one question. How do we deal with saddle sores? Try not to get them in the first place by having a saddle that is, comfortable for your booty, right?
Yeah, I don't get them often. I'm an overachiever, so I train quite a bit when I have to go with Mr. Hot Stuff, ride everything, whatever, I like to be prepared. So if you're riding pretty consistently, it's really rare to get.
Yeah, and I think in humid climates you get more saddle sores just because it's just moist. The secret word is not moist.
I do remember when it was super hot and we were riding to Burning Man, I would take either a buff or a bandana and jam it. You can't see what I'm doing, but right down that little crease on your back where down your spine, the sweat just runs straight down there and all the way into your crack. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So really, if you can keep dry, just keep dry, and there's
Okay, this is for Mama Doozer. You impress me. Can I get an ole ole from you?
Oh, yes, I love it. Let's get a mom ole. I've never heard her do it alone. Actually, we should just do it all together. Wait, hold on. Let's all of us do it. Okay, we'll do another countdown. Everybody, get in your seats and get ready. We'll all do it ole. It'll be led by my mother. Okay, here we go.
Ready.
Okay, everybody, you guys ready? We'll go 3, 2, 1.
Ole, 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 ole.
Ole, 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 ole. Yeah, what's up, Mom?
Okay, I'm not sure what this question means. When is your first Reeb, R-E-E, bike adventure?
Oh, wow.
When's my first Reeb bike adventure? So I got a new mountain bike, like a mountain bike for mountain biking, not bike packing. It's made in Lyons, Colorado. And my first adventure is going to be when the trails are free of snow. It's winter time here in Colorado and things are drying out. I want to take it to Moab and rip that thing on the whole enchilada. So I love mountain biking. Mountain biking is my favorite sport in the world of biking. I did love going up and down in the technical trails. And so I'm going to have a lot of fun with that thing.
Okay, Ryan and Dana, any close calls with cars?
Any close calls with cars? Not really. Not really. And I've ridden a lot of roads all over the world, and sometimes a car will be. It seems like it's really close because they go by fast, but it's not even really that close. We've been lucky.
One time at a crosswalk in Boulder.
You got hit?
No, I didn't get hit.
Oh, okay.
But a car stopped like they're supposed to, but then the car behind them hit that car because they probably weren't paying attention. But
yeah.
No.
I think the best way, because I know this is the number one barrier to people riding a bike, getting on a bike, is a concern for safety. All over the world, that's a statistic. People are worried about getting hit by cars, and it's a legitimate worry because there's a lot of cars on the road and they go a lot faster than bikes. And when you hit, the bicycle rider usually loses. So the best way to keep yourself safe is to wear bright clothing and to be as far on the right side of the road as you can to minimize the chance of getting hit by a car. Obviously, accidents happen, but there are ways to minimize that. Bike lights, even during the day.
Bike lights are the best.
Yeah, bike lights during the day, just
Okay, you
drivers
guys,
see you.
Can you do a shout out to?
Tom and Jennifer
Yep.
Reed.
Yep. Do a shout out.
Say hi
And
to Tom
Ryan.
and Jennifer.
Okay.
But say hi to Tom and Jen.
Okay, hi, Tom and Jennifer.
So,
Tom and Jennifer, hello to you.
Ryan, this is you. How did you learn to speak Spanish so well?
¿Cómo aprendías para hablar español? I learned how to speak Spanish not in high school. You know, when we're all kids, we have to take foreign languages. I took Spanish in high school, but I hated it. Like, I just didn't understand why I was taking this language where it wasn't useful to me. And it wasn't until I studied abroad in Mexico, in Guadalajara, when I was 21 years old, that I really learned a lot of my Spanish. And then I went and lived in Honduras for 2 years, working in the Peace Corps, living in a small village where everybody spoke Spanish. I had to speak Spanish if I wanted to interact with anybody. So that's how I learned how to speak Spanish. And I love the Latin American world. I love Mexico. I love Central America. I love the culture. It makes me so happy. Someday I would love to spend an extended period of time in Mexico.
So can we have the audience right now?
Is that the?
Yeah, that's the camera.
Yeah.
So this is from On the Road 840. What are our thoughts on e-bikes to Mama, Doozer, and Xantha?
Oh, okay, this is for you
So-
guys. Their thoughts on e-bikes.
My first two thoughts are I get to ride with Ryan and Dana, and we do some great bike adventures, and I love e-bikes. They're great, and I follow the rules, but I love it.
Yeah. And so my thoughts on e-bikes is E stands for the equalizer. It allows me to go out and ride a bike with my other friends. Otherwise, I would never be able to keep up. So e-bikes are great. They're going to save the world.
Ryan, when are you running for president?
When am I running for president? Somebody else asked me that earlier today. And I guess I'm, for a while I was like, oh, I'm not 35 years old. I don't have that excuse anymore because I'm getting a little old. I'm 41 now. I definitely
wish you were president right now.
Dana, stop it.
When am I going to run for? I don't know. I've never, in high school, I was the school president for 2 years. So I was about to say I've never been into politics, but in school, when you're president of the school, it's a little bit different. But I feel like I can make a bigger contribution to my communities by working with nonprofits than working in politics. And so that's my mindset right now. And I work with a lot of nonprofits here in Boulder. I work with one called Intercambio, and they teach language skills to immigrants. I work with a youth homeless shelter here in Boulder, and I work with a community bike shop. And those are really important to me. And right now, that's what I'm focusing my time on. But maybe someday I'll get into politics. Would you vote for me?
Yeah. So Dana, this is to you. This is from Happy Earth 59.
Shark.
Dana.
You ready?
Yeah.
How did you get the drop-down handlebars on your priority bike, Kurt and Elaine Thompson?
Oh, isn't that awesome? And I don't know if you saw that ad that they had out where they were doing that raffle, right, for a new bike, but that was my bike with those pink. It came that way. I prefer to ride long bike tours with drop handlebars. And so Dave at Priority Bikes through Ryan just hooked me up. And I love it. It's really great. And I think you're going to see a lot more of that, and also a lot more from Priority Bikes with touring bikes, gravel bikes. So Ryan can speak to that
Is
more,
there something
but I love
about
it.
is there something about your brands, like also that side? They're wondering where your bracelets came from.
Yeah, I just saw that. See these cool bracelets? Dana has one too. See, like, show it. My mom used to have one. Do you have one?
I don't have it on.
She's not wearing it. We got these at Ragbri. There's a guy named Mike on Ragbri, and he rides every year, and he makes these bracelets right on the spot. And these are bike spokes, and these were $5 or $6.
What's the best time to ride in Boulder, you guys?
The best time to ride in Boulder is right now,
All the time.
all the time.
Is there a
I mean, if you like cold weather, you might want to avoid Boulder in the winter. But Boulder's, the roads are usually pretty dry. If you want to be a mountain biker, you can't do it in the winter here in Boulder.
but summer is amazing.
Summer is amazing. You can do a little bit of everything. It's a wonderland of outdoor activities here in Boulder and Colorado in general. Bean machine for president, a bean in every
Wait,
wrap.
let's
I
find
like
out
that.
what Novante has to confess.
Where does
Yeah,
it say that?
have on it. Get to it. Novante says, I have something to confess.
Oh, okay.
Right there. I got something to confess.
All right, confess it,
What
bud.
is it?
We want to hear that. I saw pictures of you at the Ultra Caballo Blanco on their Facebook post yesterday. How was it this year? The Ultra Caballo
Novante.
Blanco was a beautiful experience. I loved it. The Copper Canyons are a wonderful area. If anybody has not seen that series, I've made lots of videos about the Caballo Blanco Ultra Marathon. They're on my YouTube channel. And it's a wonderful, beautiful place. This year I brought my mom, and the race went really well. I got 29th place out of 650 people. You know, I'm nowhere near an elite runner, but, you know, I'm up there-ish.
I think you're elite.
So we keep getting asked how we met. I think that should be a bike ride with you and Ryan.
Oh, yeah. How did
Mhm.
Dana and Xantha meet?
Wow, that
Yeah,
is.
but let's
that's
just
a
do that.
story.
Let's just do that
Yeah.
as
We'll make a
Yeah.
video about
I'm gonna have
that.
to start my own channel.
That's like
Yeah.
Let's see. Someone said I have something confessed, but they didn't confess it. Do either of you have fat bikes for riding in the winter?
Ooh,
Oh,
I had the very first one in Boulder.
Yeah, Dana has the very first fat bike. And
I
it's
did.
outside right now rusting.
I had it like, I don't know, at least 10 years ago, Surly. And I love it. It was a great bike. It's one of the very, very first ones, and so it was heavy, but you could ride in about 6 inches of fresh snow before the drivetrain sort of got bogged down. But yeah, I mean, they're even so much better. They're way floatier, tires, and you can go crazy on them. You did that hut to hut on a fat bike.
Yeah. I don't have my own fat bike, but I think they're pretty cool. I'm a fan of any type of bicycle. For me, I don't want a fat bike because it's really not snowy enough in Boulder to warrant a fat bike. If I lived in the mountains where it's snowy all the time, I would probably have a fat bike, but I just don't have one of those here.
Surly Bridge Club, drop bars or
So someone wants to know how they get.
I
those
like flat
fancy
bars.
stickers
I
that
like
you
flat
guys
bars.
have.
I like drop bars.
Where
She
do you
likes
guys
drop
get your
bars. I like
stickers?
flat bars.
What's
What?
that?
Where you guys get the stickers?
Where do we get our
get?
stickers?
Oh,
Those are
People for
people for bike
Bikes.
stickers, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
We get those from People for Bikes. It's a
Yeah.
nationwide bicycle advocacy group that works to make cities safer for cycling. So they make a lot of bike lanes and stuff like
They're
that.
in Boulder.
And their logo is really
Amazing.
cool. I think maybe you go to peopleforbikes.org and find some of those stickers there.
And they're our neighbor, so we can help you.
Right.
Yeah.
So Ryan, have you ever considered video across the country without major highways?
Have I ever considered making a video about riding across the country without major highways? It's
rail
kind
to
of hard to
rail.
do. I mean,
Yeah.
the ride that Allie and I did was essentially that. We tried to take all the byways and lesser known roads and a lot of rail trails. So, I mean, if you watch the Love Cycle series, you'll see, a pretty solid way to get across the country. And we built that route as we went. We didn't have it when we started off in Oregon. We put it all together day by day by day by day. And we used Google Maps a lot every day. And there's a new app out there that I really love called Komoot, Komoot. And it's an app that is specialized in getting you from A to B on the lesser known routes. So usually, back roads and gravel roads and stuff. Dana, you're smiling.
I am. Well, I was reading something from a Katie Ann.
Katie Ann Mertz.
Well, she was saying we were such great friends and thanks for being genuine and authentic. But what I loved was she said, y'all.
Y'all.
I was born in Texas, so I can go right there with you, Katie Ann, like that. And I always tell people I learned my manners in Texas. I was born in Denison, Texas.
Hey Brian, have you found
There's
Google
Katie Ann
Maps to
Mertz.
work for your trips, or do you prefer other alternatives?
So what was the question? It was.
I'm sorry. Do you prefer Google Maps or other alternatives when you're biking your?
Do I prefer Google Maps or other alternatives? Now that I found this new app called Komoot, I'm going to be using that all the time. And I learned about this app from John of John and Mira fame in the Baja series. He's been using it for a long time. It's an app that's made in Germany, so a lot of Europeans use it. And it's incredible. Look it up. Komoot. They're not paying me to say that. I don't even know who works there, but it's an incredible app for sure. Hey, Ryan, between your Trek 920 and the 1120, which do you prefer? They're completely different bikes. The 1120 is for burly off-road riding. It has 3-inch tires. So, I mean, if you're going to do something like the Baja Divide or some other serious bike packing, the 1120 is your machine. The 920 is a much faster bike, much more like a gravel bike that you could ride on roads and off roads. So if that's your jam, then the 920 is better. I would never ride my Trek 1120 on roads. It's just too slow. It's kind of like a fat bike.
So Ryan, what's your favorite beans in your bean burrito?
What's my favorite beans in my bean burrito? I like refried beans. And I went to the store yesterday to buy some refried beans, and I'm sure a
Were
lot
they
of you can
out?
relate to this. There was only one can of refried beans.
Wow.
Yeah. So
We had
this
some.
is going to be an emergency here, people. Please, I know you've
Yeah.
been sending money, but please send me beans.
I think
Let's
that's
see.
all the questions coming in
What
right
became
now.
of the rack?
Yeah, I think that's all the
well, you'll-
questions coming in.
You'll see what became of the rack.
Oh, what became of
Yeah.
the rack? So in tomorrow's episode of the Baja Divide, you're gonna see some interesting things happen in the episode. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Any Doozer swag planned? Like
Oh,
any
yes.
that shirt
Yes.
action?
So I do have some Doozer t-shirts in line, and I'm working with my brother on that. And my goal always been is to
And
make
your
a shirt.
brother's online.
And my goal has always been to make a shirt that's like made in the USA and organic and environmentally friendly. And I think I finally found an outlet that makes shirts the way I want them to be made in a very socially and environmentally conscious manner. So stay tuned. We're going to have some shirts coming up soon. No crashy whammy shirts and some other fun designs. So
When do you show up on Amazon.com?
when do I show up on Amazon.com?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see about that when the next
Oh,
episode's
the-
going to drop.
the series.
Yeah. Everybody hit the like button. That's right. Hit the like button. There's still 337 of you out there. Wow. Start telling me where you're from around the world. I haven't seen that in a while. Give us your country shout outs. And I know that this is a very interesting time, and I've kind of in this moment forgot about what's going on
Ryan,
in
what's
the outside
Baby Shark?
I
world.
know, it felt so good. To
It
forget about
feels
it
good
for
to
a
be here
second.
with you talking about all
Yeah.
this fun stuff, but I know there's some serious things happening around the world, and I wanted just to
Austin,
send some
please.
love to all of you out there. And,
Oklahoma, Jersey.
Oh yeah, we got Cleveland, Jersey, Oklahoma,
Ryan,
Texas.
What's this Baby Shark? Someone keeps
You've had a Baby
posting
Shark head.
Oh yeah, so somebody out there keeps saying
Yeah.
baby shark, baby shark. I found a dead baby shark in the last episode of the Baja, so I think that's what they're referring to.
Okay.
Wow,
Earth.
Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Earth.
We got Mexico, Mazatlan, Mexico, Viva, Mexico, Flagstaff, Boston, London, Ontario. That's up in Canada, Alaska, Seattle. Wow, I can't even keep up
Netherlands,
the Netherlands,
India.
India. And no, that was Indiana, I think. Springfield, Brazil, Indianapolis. Wow, this is so amazing. This is
My favorite one was Earth.
Earth. Yeah, planet
Yeah.
Earth.
So I have a question for you guys.
Oh,
from
Xantha
me.
has a question.
This
Okay.
is from me.
Okay.
How do you two disconnect right now from the political environment?
Oh. How do we disconnect from the political environment? I think we can take that further to how do we disconnect from all of the online information being thrown at us right now, because there's a lot of scary stuff, and it's easy to sit behind your computer and get bogged down with what's going on in the world and feel like there's no hope, right?
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
scary. So
It is.
the way I disconnect is by going outside. That's it. I mean, today I spent the first half of the day like online chatting with friends and reading articles about what's going on, and I was like, oh my god, the world's gonna crumble. And then I went outside and rode my bike around, and I saw kids playing in the park and soccer games going on. I went down to the walking mall and people are out and about, and it's like, oh wow, it's the things are bad things are happening, but the earth it's not falling apart, at least not yet. And it gave me
Mhm.
hope.
So people want to ride with you
Hold on,
on
hold
a
on.
tour to Boulder.
Yeah, tour to Boulder. Go ahead.
Oh,
Dana.
that would be
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, getting outside. Like today was tough. It was a tough day. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, there's a lot going on, and I feel a lot of responsibility. As Ryan told you, I am a small business owner, and I currently have 93 employees. And it was really interesting for me today because the things that I'm telling you right now about being grateful and staying present, that's how I live. And I think that right now in this sort of trying time, we're going to really see, it's going to really show how people are and who people are. And someone asked me flat out today, how are you? Dana, how are you? And I thought about it, and I said to them, I'm nervous. I'm acting with intent. I'm focused, and I'm brave. And so those were the things that I was telling myself today when I was feeling the weight of it and the responsibility. And then to take care of myself, my treat today was to take my dog Zebra out for a hike. And it was just great to be out there. And I saw a great big hawk, and I had my, boots in the dirt. And I don't know, it may sound kind of bolder, but it was kind of grounding, like I needed to just be and not feel the weight of the world. And so I think it's really important that we take care of ourselves right now, and we take care of each other.
Well said, Dana.
Okay,
Ryan,
And
we have another
spending
question.
time with our loved ones. And I know all of you out there are probably with friends right now watching this, and that's the way we're going to get through this. I want to make, before you say something, I saw this comment from Kirk from Texas, and I love it. Politics, just like cycling, is all about balance. If we lean too far to the left, we fall over. If we lean too far to the right, we fall over. We all need more balance.
Well
I like
said.
that. Thank you, Kirk
Yes.
from Texas.
Yes, we do.
Yeehaw, Texas.
Ryan,
Yes.
what do you feel about the new belt drives like you have on your priority?
What do I feel about belt drives? I love belt drives. This is quite the segue from like heavy conversation to belt drives. But that's what we're gonna talk about right now. I love them. There's no maintenance. They're 3 times stronger than a chain, and they're very quiet. It's a quiet drivetrain, and they're always usually coupled with some sort of internal gearing system. And so I love belt drive bicycles.
Me
Boxers or
too.
briefs?
Boxers or briefs?
Ryan, boxers or briefs?
Let's see what I'm wearing right here today. I used to be a boxers guy, but now I'm a briefs guy. And I won a gift certificate at a bike race recently to Rafa. If you know about Rafa, it's a super expensive brand that I would never buy anything from normally, but they gave me $100, and I went and bought $50 merino wool underwear briefs, and they are awesome.
Hey, Dana, how about
Dana,
that
can
hoodie?
you question, how did you get the hoodie? Where's it
I
from?
know, right?
Oh, where'd you get that hoodie?
It's from my restaurant, the Walnut Cafe. right
Walnut
there.
Cafe. There you see it.
Are we selling this merch online yet? Yeah, so walnutcafe.com. Like, check it
Yeah.
out. And this is really who we are. Like, this is kind of our logo, our go-to, which is live love, and we have that in the restaurant, and that and kindness. That's what we got to do. Kindness is our superpower.
Yeah, and if you're ever
now.
if you're ever in Colorado or the Boulder area, come to one of the Walnut Cafes. There's 2 of them in Boulder and 1 in a town called Lafayette. They're wonderful restaurants. They're full of love. They're sanctuary restaurants. They're welcoming to everybody, all walks of life, and the food is very good. And
I did not pay him
Okay,
to say
Ryan
that,
and
but
did
I
not pay me.
I
I
gave
went to
him a
her restaurant
burrito.
before
Ryan
we were
and
friends.
Dana, can a bike be changed to the belt drive?
Can a bike be changed
that's
to a belt drive?
tricky.
No, because you have to have your rear triangle to be able to like come apart so you can put the belt drive on. So your frame would have to be cut, and that's usually a bad thing. So no, you can't just put a belt drive on a regular bike. Sorry.
Okay.
Team Duzer merchandise?
TeamDuzer merchandise. Yes, we're working on it. We are definitely working on something. Like I said, I want to put something out into the world that is environmentally friendly. The fashion industry is one of the biggest polluters in the world. And so I really want to be mindful about how I make my t-shirts and stuff in a way that pays the workers well and is easy on the environment. So we're researching the best ways to do that.
What do you edit? They always ask that.
So someone's
It's
coming
a
in. Somebody
fake.
keeps coming
Oh,
in and saying
I
we're
use-
dead over and over and over
It
again.
might be, yeah. I use Adobe Premiere to edit my videos.
Yeah. Is it goofy joke time?
Goofy joke time, yes. It is. Does anybody have any? I had a joke lined up on my here. Dana, keep talking.
I got one. Well, it's kind of
I have a goofy joke.
Xantha really does, but this is the one I like right now, at least for where we are in the United States. Why are we all out of toilet paper in the supermarkets? Because every time someone sneezes, 20 people cheep their pants. I'm just saying. It's my most current goofy joke.
Okay, I do have some jokes for you. I pulled up some stuff before we got this going, and these are bike jokes. So listen up, everybody. Be quiet. Are you being quiet? Can you hear me? Okay. What do you get if you cross a bike and a flower? Do 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 do. Do you know the answer yet? Bicycle pedals. Get it? Pedals, P-E-T-A-L-S. Bicycle and a flower, bicycle pedals. Okay, how about another one? Why can't a bicycle stand up on its own? Because it's too tired.
And Ryan,
Too
you-
tired, two tires. It's too tired to
They
stand up
got
on
it.
its own.
I got it.
Sometimes they don't get it, you know.
Ryan, when you reference Jonah, they keep saying we're all dead. So just
Jonah, we're not all dead. I
We're
don't
not
know
all
if you're a
dead.
Russian
He just
bot,
keeps
but
tweeting
we're not all dead. I see that coming through.
Ryan, can you also like just reference your next big ride again?
Corona who?
Corona, we're dead. We're not dead.
No.
We're gonna
Nah.
be okay, Jonah
Yeah.
Oliver.
I want to know why the meatball and then told the noodle to go to bed.
Why did the meatball tell the noodle to go to bed? Can we get
Come
the
on,
answer
John
to that
Wilkes.
one? John Wilkes, tell us the answer to that.
Yeah, well, we're gonna pass that one.
Why the
Okay,
fence around the graveyard? Because people are dying to get in. I like that. Why is there a fence around the graveyard? Because people are dying to get in.
Samantha, you want to tell your
When
favorite
are you
joke?
planning
It
on
was
some?
past the bedtime.
When are you planning some Colorado bike rides, Ryan?
Planning some Colorado bike rides. I did a lot of Colorado bike riding last year. Dana and I rode our bikes from Grand Junction to Moab. I did another ride from Durango to Moab.
Xantha and I rode from Boulder to Pueblo.
Yeah, Pueblo's like 150 miles away.
Okay.
So they did a 2-day ride. Okay, we got another joke. What do you call a rooster staring at a pile of lettuce? Chicken sees a salad. And a chicken Caesar salad. Get it? Get it, everybody?
Ryan, do we have a travel ban in our city?
Do we have a travel ban in our city? No, we don't yet. But you
Yeah.
never know. Italy didn't have one last week either. And now Italy's on lockdown. So do we have any more euros? And now I know it's like 2:30 in the morning in Europe. Do we have any euros
Plans,
left in
go to
here?
Virginia. Do you ever ride Swift? No.
What is the best thing about Switzerland? Is that a joke? What's the best thing
Someone
about
said,
Switzerland?
I love the hut rides. Are they really difficult to do?
No.
Are the hut rides difficult
That's
to
from
do?
Nancy Elliott.
The one that Dana and I did, I would say, is not difficult at all.
Challenging, but
Yeah, it's 60
Yeah.
miles a day is 60 miles a day, no matter how you slice it.
you just wake up and ride your bike.
You just wake up and ride. What are we gonna do today, Dana?
Ride our bikes.
Ride our bikes.
That's what we do.
Yeah, the Durango to Moab one was definitely much more difficult because it's single track mountain biking, which is just harder than road biking. So that one is a little bit harder for
But
sure.
the hut
So-
trips are amazing.
Yes.
Ryan, was it hard to run a race in jeans?
Was it hard to run 50 miles in jeans? Not really. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I was worried that I was going to be doing some serious chafing. This person is referencing the time that I ran the Caballo Blanco in jeans in the canyons of Mexico. It was about 90 degrees out there. And no, I just kind of forgot about it because once you're running and you're moving and moving and moving, you kind of forget that you're wearing jeans. We got hi Doozer and Dana from.
Someone asked something, and I know the answer to this.
Funny.
Headwind versus steep hill. Which would you choose?
Ooh, that's a great
That is a
question.
good one.
Oh, I know, right off the bat.
Steep hill any day.
Yeah.
Wind is the worst. I will ride up and down mountains all day long. But if you put me on a flat road in Kansas with headwinds, it's the worst thing in the world. And when I rode my bike last year to Ragbri, it was like a headwind the entire time, and it was hot. It was like 115 degree heat index. Going into the wind, it was like a hairdryer was blowing in my face. It was not fun. Hey, we got Sylvia Ferrero. What's up? Duzer Live. That's a whole next level of awesome right there. What's up, Sylvia?
Yeah, lots of people joining.
We have people joining still? Jeez, you
But I think
guys.
we're good.
I love your desert rides from Lady of the Desert who hikes in the hot summer desert. Agree on the steep hill, on the hills. How many people does it take to screw in a light bulb? None, because we're dead. God, Jonah Oliver, man.
Ryan, what's your favorite movie?
What's my favorite movie?
Yeah.
Well, if you ask me today, right now, my favorite movie is Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That was my favorite movie as a kid, and it's just been reignited because we went and saw the Pee-wee's Big Adventure 35th anniversary tour with Pee-wee Herman. He came to Denver a couple weeks ago, and we watched Pee-wee Herman. And you know what I love about Pee-wee? Sorry. I just love his wonder and his excitement for everyday things in life. Pee-wee is just like psyched about everything. So I like to put a little bit of Pee-wee spirit in my just everyday life.
Say hi to
We
Brinley.
also just watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers.
That guy was real deal kind.
Yes,
Hey, Brian,
for
have
sure.
you ever felt threatened biking in Mexico?
Quick shout out to Brinley. What's up, Brinley? How you doing? It's good to see you. Brinley is my niece. She is super cute, and she has her own YouTube channel, and we're going to be making some more YouTube videos, right, Brindley? And it's going to be really fun. Hope you're having fun up there in the mountains. And have I ever felt threatened? Was that the question?
Riding in Mexico.
Have I ever felt threatened riding in Mexico? I get this question a lot because the media does no favors for the country of Mexico. Never in my life have I felt threatened in Mexico. Quite the opposite, actually. People in Mexico have been nothing but nice and generous to me. They've invited me into their homes. They have given me meals. Truck drivers have directed me on roads that are better than other roads. And so, no, I love Mexico. I think it's a very safe place to ride a bike. Maybe it's a different story if you're a solo woman, but that goes for anywhere in the world. But I absolutely love Mexico.
So, Dana, do you meditate?
Katie Ann, I have tried. I'm not really good at being still, like just completely like meditating, sitting, 5 minutes or so. But I do a lot of intentional, thoughtful thinking when I'm out on my bike or when I'm hiking or, sometimes just going to bed or whatever. One of my superpowers is I try to stay present, just staying present. So maybe that's some sort of form of meditating to keep bringing yourself back to now. But no, I'm not like that person that's just like, I'm not.
Yeah. Sylvia says I should do a collaboration with Pee Wee Herman. I would love to. I need to get Paul Rubin's number and make that happen because I think we could make some pretty awesome content.
Biking is meditation. Yes.
Biking is a form of meditation. It sure is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carter's also watching. What's up, Carter? How you doing, buddy? It's my little nephew. How you doing, Carter? Hi, Carter. Hello.
What was your favorite stranger kindness moment on the road? That's from Sylvia. Why don't you guys talk about that guy who delivered the pizza to you guys?
Yeah, but how about that guy at the water?
Yeah. So the question was, what was our favorite interaction with a stranger on the road? And when Dana and I rode from Grand Junction to Moab, we met a really cool guy. You want to talk about it?
Cried.
We cried. It was such a beautiful
it's not
moment.
hard to get Ryan to cry. No, we just came across this guy. We were riding for a while and we needed to get some water, and they've got these natural springs, and we stopped there and we're going to get some water. And there was one other guy there, and he was just so full of life and so present. And he wasn't like what you would think when you just looked at him. He looked kind of rough, but he was so genuine and so full of light. And turned out he was a Vietnam vet, and it was really touching to be with someone who was just so present and so just knew that just being here on this earth and being genuine or authentic and wow, it really moved us both. We went away from there who are you?
I'm sure you've all been out there. You've met somebody that just has a special energy and you feel attracted to them, but you might not be able to articulate it. Meeting that guy at the little water spring in the middle of nowhere was one of those moments where it's how did the world put us here all together at the right time? This was meant to be. And we met him. And one of my favorite stories of meeting somebody special is my friend, who is my friend now, Danny, in West Virginia. I was riding my bike across the country in 2009. And to make a long story short, he saw me on the side of the road. He invited me to his home, and he just lived in a very simple house that he built himself. He had been a coal miner since he was 18 years old. And at this point in life, he was 55. And he had those just twinkly eyes. And he was just so friendly and had this wonderful spirit about him. And when I left, I actually ended up staying there, camping in his backyard. But when I left the next day, he took this necklace off of his head and said, "Ryan, this stands for courage, wisdom, and strength. And remember those three things at all times, and it will get you through anything." And so I think that's actually some wise words for all of us right now is courage, wisdom, and strength. And so he took this off his neck and gave it to me. And I've had it on ever since. And that is Danny from West Virginia.
Okay, Ryan. So one of the questions coming in, are you single?
Am I single?
Yeah.
Well, if I keep on making Pee-wee sounds, I'm going to be single for a long time because girls don't seem to like Pee-wee. Why not? Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. I am so-
Answer the question. Yes.
Yes.
Are there any
is.
more running with Ryan episodes?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing some more running with Ryan episodes here once I get done with Baja, so stay tuned. I saw another question in there. What book am I listening to right now? I'm listening to a book called Beyond the 100th Meridian, and it is about Powell's expedition down the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. So that's what I'm
Ooh.
listening to right now. I love adventure stories. I love adventure books. They inspire me a lot, and that's what I'm listening to.
Okay, I just changed the lights in the room so people can see them.
Oh, yeah, she's changing. We're doing some
Are you
different...
doing the Ragbri ride that came in again?
Ragbri, we don't know about Ragbri this year. Yeah, single and ready to mingle. That's what Total Control says. That's right.
Ryan
Yeah.
and Dana, what do you think of Lance Armstrong?
Wow, interesting question. What do we think of Lance Armstrong? I mean, it's hard
He
to.
broke my heart.
Yeah,
I was a believer. He broke my heart.
yeah. It's hard to just say good or bad things about one person because of what their past is. Would I have done what he did? I don't think so. Do I respect what he did to his teammates and keeping them all quiet? No, I don't really. But he definitely did push the sport of cycling and inspired a lot of people. So, he did some good things. Is he pure evil? No, he's not pure evil.
No, but he broke my heart. I
Yeah.
was a believer. I mean, all those times I just thought, no way, you can't be doping, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I just believed in the hard work and the ethics. But pro cycling, there are so many of them broke our hearts, right? But
Okay. Really good question in here. How did I get connected to Sweden? How did I become a Swedish exchange student?
Did you see that in here? I don't see that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm not just making it up. How did I become a Swedish exchange student? So I grew up in Boulder with my lovely mom, who's right here. If you're just tuning in, there's Mom and Xantha right there. And a single mom, 4 kids. And the truth is, we didn't have a lot of money to travel. We had a wonderful upbringing. She gave us plenty of love, but we didn't have money to travel. That wasn't part of our lives. And so I applied for a scholarship my senior year of high school, and I got a scholarship through the Rotary Foundation to study abroad. And I chose Sweden because my favorite high school teacher at that point, Mr. Boyer, he had been an exchange student in Sweden and told me all about how wonderful Sweden is. And so I'm like, well, if Boyer loves Sweden, I'm going to love Sweden. And so that's how I went to Sweden, and it was destiny. I was matched up with one of the most wonderful host families you could ever imagine. And now I absolutely love Sweden. I've been there probably 15 different times. I speak Swedish. Hey, Sverige. There's probably not many Swedes in here right now because it's like 2 a.m. in Sweden, but I absolutely love Sweden.
And I have an obnoxious laugh.
No, she has
People
a
are
great laugh.
honed in, but
She
I have
has-
a hard laugh.
Did somebody
She
say
has
that?
a- yeah,
great
Oh,
laugh,
really?
people, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
no,
have a hard laugh.
she has a great laugh. Whenever I need to find her, I just wait a second and then I hear her laugh.
That's awesome. Brinley Van Doozer, can you make a family video that has most of our good friends and family soon? So that's my niece, Brinley. So yeah, we can try to do that,
You got
Brinley.
$5
There
to
actually
do it.
is a video about Brinley being a super special princess
Jared
at the
Reynolds.
Tulip Parade here in Boulder years ago.
How often do you two hang out?
How often
Jared
do we-
Reynolds.
Jared, just give me $5. What's up? $5. $5. $5. Thank you,
How
Jared.
often do we hang out, Ryan?
How often do we hang out? We hang out a lot. We hang out a whole lot. Multiple times a week. We go to dinner, we ride bikes, we go to movies, we goof around, we do YouTube Live.
First time.
Have you ever ridden in Ireland, either of you?
No, I've never ridden in Ireland, and I would love to ride in Ireland. Yeah, Ireland is a beautiful place. And I am 3/4 Irish. Ryan is an Irish name. It means little king. So if there's any Irish people listening, which I doubt because it's like 2 a.m. in Europe, yeah, I love Ireland. I want to meet Frank Shorter and have him autograph his book.
Oh,
Does he go to the Boulder? Yeah, he does the
Yeah.
announcing for the Boulder. Frank Shorter is like one of the godfathers of running. He started off the running kick in America, he and Steve Prefontaine. And I did a running with Ryan with Frank Shorter. And yes, Randy, he is definitely all around the Boulder because he created it.
Okay, Dana, have you ever tried Black Eyed Peas?
every New Year's Day my entire life. Actually, this is a funny story.
And she's talking about Black Eyed Peas, in case you didn't hear the
Black
question.
Eyed Peas are a good luck, New Year's Eve good luck, especially a Southern tradition. And as I said, I was born in Texas a long time ago. But anyway, this New Year's we were traveling. We happened to be in Germany, I didn't know if I would be able to get any because I'm not kidding. Every single year of my entire life, I've had black eyed peas on New Year's Day, even when I was a tiny little baby. So I took some dried black eyed peas with me, and on New Year's Day, I like handed them out,
Yeah.
and we all like popped a black eyed pea, swallowed it down for good luck because I don't want to take any chances. I've been so lucky my whole life. It might be the peas.
I think it's the black eyed.
It might be the peas. What if it
Real,
is?
real quick question I want to respond to. What do I like more, biking or running?
That's what I was just
Oh, you really?
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a really good question, and I get it a lot. Running is my first love. Ever since I was like 5 years old, I've been running. I remember in gym class, we would run around the soccer field, and I was always the fastest, and I loved the feeling of being the best. And we had a school race every year called the Mile Marathon, and I would train for this race, and I would take it really seriously, and I wanted to win this race, and I did win it, and I did, track during the summers. And it was always my favorite sport, and mainly because I was good at it. And then in high school, I started not being the best anymore, and that was really hard for me to swallow. Was okay, you're not number one, Brian. Can you find love for running without being the best? And it took me some time. It really did. But now I run for the love of it. I don't care about being the best, and I think most people can relate to that because most people aren't winning races. And I just love being outside. And running to me is the simplest because all you need to do is put on shoes and go running. Cycling is a little bit more complicated. You need to have,
Like
bikes and gear. You're on roads. There's a lot more danger involved. So which do I like better? Man, I think a lot of you are going to be surprised by this, but I like running.
Okay, so one question is, where do you see you guys 10 years from now? I'm going to say alive.
Yeah. Where do we see ourselves 10 years from now? First of all, Xantha says alive. Yeah. 10 years from now, I'll be 51 years old.
wow.
Whoa. I hope to be doing
That
what I'm.
still sounds young to me.
Really? It seems old to me. Yikes, 51 years old. I hope to be doing what I'm doing right now, surrounded by good friends and family and keeping up with physical activities and exploring the world. And just, everything I do in life, whether it's YouTube or interacting with friends, I try to, make it a valuable interaction. And I hope to be inspiring people in some way, shape, or form. Maybe I'll write a book finally. And I'd like to do some more motivational speaking and all that good stuff. Dana?
Like that's a lot of questions we answered.
10 years?
Yeah, and then,
Check this out. In 10 years, I will be 68 and a half.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's a big number. Anyway, I think that I'll still be riding my bike.
I'm not that old, everybody.
I hope to be retired. I would hope to be retired. I hope I'm still surfing. Like I love to surf, snowboard, like do all that stuff that I love. And then I know we'll still be pals and we'll be inspiring people and get kids out on bikes and
For sure.
just sharing the love.
Sharing the love,
Yeah.
baby. And speaking of sharing the love, Sarah Parker asked, does the Mexican couple in Baja that fed you breakfast live in poverty? If so, do they need some financial help? I don't, technically they probably do live in poverty. They barely make any money. They farm all their own food. So no, they don't make much money, live in the middle of nowhere. Do they need help? I think their house actually was built by the Mexican government, so the Mexican government is helping them. And this goes for a lot of people in Mexico and Honduras and other, developing countries. Hopefully they have some local organizations helping them. It's always great that if we can help them. I have no way of knowing how to get back in touch with these people if you did want to give them money. But they seem to be happy and they seem to have everything they needed, and a lot of times we travel around and we think, oh, these people are so poor, I want to help. But they, just because their lives are different than our lives and they don't have what we have, doesn't mean that they're poor. They still have family. They still have a roof over their heads. They still have 3 meals a day. They may not have a big screen TV and a nice car, but that doesn't mean they're poor. So,
Ryan.
Yeah.
It's 1 hour, 38 minutes.
Yeah. We've been talking for an hour and 38 minutes.
We have.
There's still 357 of you.
Xantha's making dinner
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Well, you guys
Well,
are-
Xantha's gonna make dinner.
Yeah, I want to say hi to Brinley and Carter, and
Yeah.
if Ellery is still watching, but I'm
Yeah.
guessing Ellery's in bed already. So those are my grandchildren. So-
Yeah.
We can wait till
Hi,
we're
guys.
called to dinner.
Yeah, let's just keep
Yeah.
going until Xantha says
Okay.
we have
Santa's
to
gonna be like dinner.
dinner. She's making us
Yeah.
some veggie burgers,
Yes,
obviously. Yeah.
Yes. We are having veggie burgers. We're having Beyond Beef.
Wait, I'm
Beyond
having
Beef.
Beyond Beef and beef burgers.
Yeah.
That's right. Both.
Us Americans are very spoiled. That is true,
Yes,
Bear.
we
for
are
Sure.
incredibly.
Favorite city other than Boulder? I love, this is going to sound crazy to a lot of you. I love New York City. New York City is a very, very exciting place full of people from all over the world. And I love riding the subways because it's like riding a roller coaster.
I love Seattle.
And Xantha loves Seattle.
I love Jaco, Costa Rica.
Yeah, Jaco, Costa Rica. They
Yeah.
have a little bungalow there.
Yeah. I love
We are
Jaco.
Cannondale Frank's having tuna pizza. I think it really is.
Beans here tonight.
Let's speak a little bit about food. I think one of the best ways we can get through what's going on right now is to stay healthy and to continue eating real food. And that will help our immune systems and getting enough sleep and getting outside and breathing fresh air. And so as long as we're on the topic of food, it's really important. That your whole deal with the cafe is to feed people nourishing food for the body and for the soul.
It's real food. Like,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
But currently I'm taking Emergency.
Oh, good.
If you have
Yeah.
that. I'm taking some Kick-Ass. That's another thing, like boost your immune
Yep.
system. But and
You've inspired us to ride across the USA, and we both lost 40 pounds. Wow, happy Earth. That is
Wow.
awesome. Way to
Yeah.
go. That's incredible. You're going to have the time of your
Wow.
life. If you ever have any questions about cycling, touring, whatever,
Yeah.
email me. My email is just ryanvanduzer@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We got Chris Lang liked the cenote trips. The cenotes in Mexico are incredible. They're the limestone sinkholes that are in the jungles of the Yucatan, and it's like totally paradise.
peanut butter.
A lot of people
Smooth.
eating peanut butter. Oh, smooth or chunky? I like smooth peanut butter.
I like smooth.
Smooth peanut butter for sure.
Mhm. Food, not bombs. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Peace and pie.
Yeah, bacon and eggs tonight because we bike. I love it. Sometimes I eat
Mhm.
breakfast for dinner. I'm a big cereal guy. I've always loved cereal, for sure. Seattle loves you, Xantha, from Leah Hughes.
Oh, I love Seattle.
Would I ever think about doing a group ride? One of these days I will do a group ride. I would love to meet more of you in person. Absolutely. NYC, for sure. Are we quarantined? We're not officially quarantined.
But it's
Boulder is not on
slowing
any
down.
not on any
Yeah.
lockdowns, but the city is slowing down. Less and
Yeah.
less people are going outside, and that's just kind of how the world's going to be here for a little bit. I've been talking to my friends all over the world. I talked to my Swedish sister today. I talked to some friends in the United Kingdom. I talked to friends in Mexico. And the interesting thing about what's going on right now is we all have this shared experience. Whereas, if a hurricane comes, it usually only affects people in Florida or whatever, Alabama. And only they can relate to what's going on. But I can talk with somebody in Sweden about how the grocery stores have no toilet paper. And I find that fascinating because we're all in this together. And I really think that we're gonna find out like how connected the human race is throughout all this and how much we need one another. And the good and the bad is gonna come out of this. It's not all gonna be good. There's gonna be some scary stuff, but I do think that love will overcome. You've seen the videos of people singing to one another on the balconies in Italy, and I love that. And yeah. Oh, Bear just ate a bowl of Captain Crunch. Nice
That's
work.
awesome.
Darian Ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than bikes and running, any other hobbies? She snowboards.
Surf. I love to
She
surf.
surfs.
Love it.
For me,
Knit.
I
You
love.
don't knit.
Well,
Knit.
it's right there. It's
Yeah.
right there. Knit.
Okay.
She's a big knitter.
Xantha got this as a birthday present, and she has, look at it. It's got like the tag on it. Not one stitch. I'm waiting for my sweater.
Yeah. I love being outside, so I've done a little bit of everything. But I'd say running and biking are my big things. But I'll go rock climbing. I'll do trekking through the Himalayas.
I love being in the mix and
Yeah.
events. So this is a tough time, like with the social distancing and stuff. Like, here in Boulder, we have like this place called Pearl Street, and a lot of stuff happens there, and sporting events and things like that. Like when people say like, oh, I'm not going to go down to the mall because it's going to be so crowded, I'm like, yes, I am going to be there. Like, I am the crowd. I like being with people. I like being in that whole mix of things. So that's one of the things that I really enjoy. So
That's cool.
Right now, it's like, it's just different.
It's different.
It's a different journey.
I'd love to give a shout out to this guy, Aaron. I live in the Adirondacks and have been commuting by bike for just over a year. New gig is 30 miles away, so instead of a car, I got a Priority Embark. That's the Priority e-bike. It's the bee's knees. Way to go, Aaron. That is awesome. We just said we got another $5 from Javier Silva. Nice, thank you, Javier. It's bean money. Yeah,
bean money.
Ryan, do you rent or own? If you own, have you thought about refinancing? Good rates right now, more savings. I own my bicycles. I own my computer. I do own my house. And it's a really cool story, actually. So Boulder is a very expensive place to live, like very expensive. And there's no way that I would be able to buy a home in Boulder at market value. It's just I just don't make enough money. So Boulder has a program called the Affordable Housing Program, where every new development in Boulder has to have a certain percentage of affordable housing. So people like teachers and firemen and whatever else, YouTubers can actually afford to buy homes. So I bought a home at a reduced rate. So that is very cool. Sylvia says, you guys are amazing. Thanks for inspiration and good juju. Yeah, thank you. We have any more questions? I think we're going to start wrapping this up. But before we totally finish this up, we're going to have to do one last worldwide Olay. Okay, so just get ready.
Feels good.
It just feels good. So get ready. We'll do that in a few minutes. Good. We'll hi Haley. Hi Haley. Haley is my sister-in-law. Brinley, I'm glad that you're still here. It's good to see you. How's the Amazon gig going? The Amazon gig, we're still working on it. That's definitely gonna happen. Hey, Shut Up and Ride. Oh, if you all are watching this, go to the Shut Up and Ride mountain bike channel right now. His channel is awesome. I just found this guy a few months ago, and I think you should go check out his videos. It's Shut Up and Ride. This dude is hilarious, and I love his content. Remember that thing we did in Tijuana with the burro, the candle wax? Here's the pesos I owe you. We're even. Go check out the channel Shut Up and Ride. It's so good. And he just gave me $20. Thanks, man. Because apparently we went to a donkey show or something in Tijuana. I don't remember that. That was back when I drank alcohol.
We've been in bed all day, kind of down. I swear on my life. I'll ride my bike tomorrow.
Yeah, Russ, get on your bike tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know what it's like. We can all get down in the dumps and lay in the bed or stare at the computer or read these horrible articles, and it can just be overwhelming. So get out there. Seriously, just take my advice. Get out there, and it's the advice I have before coronavirus hit, and it's still my advice. Getting outside is the cure to a lot of our ails.
Take a time out.
All right, we got
outside.
Pyro Prophecy. Just subscribe to Shut Up and Ride. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm probably going to interrupt these two soon for dinner.
Yes.
What are you saying, Xantha? You want us to stop? But you always.
I'm always feeding you too.
Yeah, Xantha is an amazing cook. She makes all the meals. When we went to Burning Man, she made all of our meals. Just got my first salsa spearfish. Way to go. So there's 330 of you out there right now all over the world. I just want to say thank you once again. It's been really fun to do this. Thank you, Dana, for being here.
Thanks for inviting me. It was it's just what I needed.
Thank you, Mom.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Xantha.
Thank you.
Okay, and like I said, we're gonna do a big worldwide Olay. So
and really do it. Like
really do it.
Because
it
feels
faking
good to do.
It feels good. So get in place. Get situated.
Xantha, hold on, I'm coming.
Okay. And on the count, I'll count down from 10. Here we go. Get loosened up. Get loosened up a little bit. Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Ole, 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 ole. Ole. Oh, la, 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 la. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. There will be a new Baja video out tomorrow. I'm putting the finishing touches on it right now. I can't thank you enough for being part of my channel and making this all happen. I love you all. If I could give you all a big hug in real life, I would. And hopefully someday that will happen. You guys are wonderful. Namaste. Goodbye. Anything else?
Good night.
Bye. Thank you.
Pretty fun that Brennan Carter were in on it.
Yeah.